Hey y'all, come on in. Making this pre-recorded video, my man here. Healing, of course, relaxing. And I want to talk about this subject. Okay, yeah, like I said, I want to talk about this subject. The title is Are You Obligated to Love Your Spouse? Uh, Many of you who've been following me for at least 6 months know about some of my stories. My daughter, losing my mom, and my marriage. Y'all seen the skits I've done about it. Haven't done it in probably about a couple of months. I said about 2.5 months. I haven't done these skits about my marriage. Uh, but the reason why I want to talk about it is because I think it's a very important subject. And being that we've been watching Peach for a while, but lately, at least these past maybe 30 days or maybe a little longer, it's been really uh, coming to the forefront about her marriage and her mindset about her marriage and how she feels about her husband and what she thinks her husband owes her. And it just reminded me of what I'm going through, what I've been through, and how I feel. And I want to get y'all to get in the comments and give me your point of view as well. I looked this up. I put in the search box, are you obligated to love your spouse? We've been taught that we should do things we don't want to do because that's what marriage is. And when I do something for you that I don't want to, you now owe me. Yeah, I remember me saying it in my video yesterday. Love is an obligation. Love doesn't actually need or demand anything. Remember, I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, that Peach mindset and a lot of women mindset, they get angry when they find out about their men cheating, and but then they end up staying and they go through the motions over and over again. We talk about 10, 20, 15, 30 years. And until they just get so old till they don't really care. And the old man moles just sit there until you kick the bucket and those things are not an issue no more. But when you're still young, when you're still in your 30s, 40s, even some people in their 50s, they still go through these sort of things. And right now, it appears to me, in my opinion, from watching Peach McIntyre's situation, that she feels angry and hatred towards a man that because she felt like she was showing him that she was a ride or die, that should be picked among, she should be picked over any and everybody that he's ever cheated on her with. All those people that from the past and the people that he was with when she met him and how she got him when he had a woman and a kid or whatever. And, you know, so she thought she won the prize and then eventually married him, even though she tell us she didn't want to. You wanted to. You just was scared because you figured he did it all those times. What's going to be different now? And you knew in your heart and mind what was going to be different now? Those social media checks, but you didn't really know because they weren't that big. You haven't had a long time experience with that money, and you didn't really know how it was going to pan out. You figured you was winning because hey, if it don't work out with the social media, and you just make the bare minimum, or you just make 5,000 a month, it's still better than just working a regular job and you won because ain't too many women in y'all community. At least that's what she thought that he could get that be better than her financially. But what she didn't understand is when it comes to relationships, whether you dating somebody, living together, fiance, or married. The man and woman got to like each other. Like each other. You love your neighbor as you love yourself. Those are certain things that just come natural for normal people. Now, like I said, we're talking about Peach McIntyre right now at this point. I'm gonna talk about myself too. But we're talking about her right now. So she's not a normal person. She doesn't appear, in my opinion, to be what you call a normal person. She appears to be dark, empty, filled with voided nastiness, hatred, evil, demon, demonic, out of this world type shit to me. That's just what I feel. Okay, I'm not saying this is who she is. I'm telling them what I feel, what I look at, what I see, what I hear come out her mouth. So now that it's come down to this, she's willing to throw him under the bus, and she don't care, and she don't care about the deaths in his family, and if his mother goes, that will be her big one. God forbid, Lord, please, Father God, creator heaven and earth, cover that family, cover us all, Father God, even Peach, because she knows not what she does. But if that woman, Wood's mother, was to get really sick because she passed out and she got happy as hell, You know what I'm saying? You can see it, a smile, that big old artistic smile. Uh, but if almost after she was no longer here, I think she would be ready to work on her marriage. She'd be thinking that was the only thing in the way. And that's sort of how I felt about on the little level of when my daughter passed away, that because we was getting ready to move and we weren't getting along with Tony. I mean, we would just do the bare minimum so we wouldn't fight or argue and like that. And we had been doing pretty good, even though we'll have some moments where it'd get out of hand sometime. But we was working on it because we knew we was leaving, so we wasn't letting anything bother us like that. But when she passed away, I felt like he thought that that was the thing that was in the way. You ain't got to go nowhere now. It's all good now. No. Mm-mm. So the reason why I titled it is because it seemed like people automatically associate marriage with love. And of course, in the beginning, that's how it always started. In any relationship, that's the goal. You know what I'm saying? That is everybody's goal. And people work on it. You would think both people would. Some people get married and they already got an ulterior motive in the door. Got nothing to do with no love. They already had an ulterior motive to get what they came to get and do what they came to do and need a place to stay or whatever the case is, or just maybe some type of creep that got stalkish tendencies and just want to control somebody and have something to hold on to. So they marry it. They marry the person. They marry the man. They marry the woman. But again, it says we've been taught that we should do things we don't want to do because that's what marriage is. And when I do something for you that I don't want to do necessarily, you owe me. Love isn't an obligation. It doesn't even actually need or demand anything. It is what it is. Now, a lot of people feel like their definition may be a little different. Let me look up the definition. Hold on. Okay, I'll just look up the definition. It says love, an intense feeling of deep attraction, deep affection, fondness, liking, weakness, to be in love with, be infatuated with, like very much, hate the like in. Okay, let's look up the Bible's version of love. Okay, let's see what the difference is. And y'all get in the comments, let me know what you think. Okay, it says in the Bible, love is the essence of God's character and the defining quality of his selfless, life-giving relationship with humanity. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. I always would like to think that my definition of love was always closer to the Bible's meaning. It's not jealous, it's not this, it's not that. You know, I'm just going off the top of my dome. Okay, let's go. It says in Corinthians 1, chapter 13. I'm sorry, 1 Corinthians 13:4. Love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. Okay? Greater love has no one than this, that someone lays down his life for his friend. And if God so loved us, we also ought to love one another. In other words, true love is always sacrificial, self-giving, merciful, compassionate, sympathetic, kind, generous, and patient. Now, what has the things that Peach has been talking about these past 2 days when it comes to his father passing away? Again, I want to give my condolences. I've been giving my condolences on many videos. So I just want to make sure I say that again. Condolences to the whole family for the loss of the brother as well as the dad. Everything that she has been saying about how she feel, and that's what he get. All these things does not exude love. So how could the love that she should have, okay, let's just say she just fell out of love. Okay, what, 30 days ago, 2 weeks ago? How long has it been since you've been out of love? How does real love just disappear like that? So evidently, in my opinion, you never felt what real love is for him. You're not capable of love. You want the image of love or of the imagery and the facade of love, what it looked like to people on the outside looking in. You want the house with the white picket fence and the dog named Rover and the big family and the big bag and the big bank. And but you're boisterous and you're braggadocious. I'm better than you, and nothing that you talk about or represent or anything like that uh, shows love. Not the definition in the Bible, not the definition that I see in the dictionary. Okay. Now, me personally, y'all that don't know my story, you can go look at my playlist and catch up on some of those. And I'm not going to get into the whole story like that all over, like as if it's the first time. Maybe one day I will, but not right now because I just really want to like touch on this just for a minute. I don't feel like just because, like I said, let's back up. When everybody gets in a relationship and they move forward and they together and they decide they want to get married and they want to move together, of course, it's all good. It's all good then. That's why you move forward to the point where you moved together and got engaged and then you wanted to get married and you got married because it was all good. Key word was. Once you find out it's not all good, you 9 times out of 10, most people try to rectify. You talk about it with your partner. You talk about it again, they do some other shit. You talk about it, then you finally may go and get some therapy, or you may threaten that you will, or you might voice your opinion how you want to. And I think it's best for us to go to your therapist, go to mine, then we go to couples therapy. But it may never happen. It all depends on your situation. This is really an individual type situation to me. This is not no one answer for everybody. It all depends on the couple. It all depends on the wife. And I say the couple because if he feel and I don't feel, then what's that gonna do? She feeling it, but Wood ain't feeling it. Now she want to act like she ain't feeling it because she don't really want to feel, you know what I'm saying, stupid again. Because she didn't feel stupid so much, and she know everybody been saying and seeing and throwing in her face, especially when she act a fool. For these past 4 years, especially these past 2, she's sick of that. Not to mention whatever little demons or sickness or mental health issues she may be going through. I'm just calling it like I see it. I'm not saying that, excuse me, this is what it is. I don't want anybody to ever feel like, that's just my opinion. If you're in a marriage, I'm always going to say marriage because that's the goal. And at some point in your life, everybody wants to be married at least once. I've been married twice. I never do it again. I don't want to be married now. I don't feel bad about that. I feel bad that it didn't work out because I would be asked, I used to be asked a lot, well, why did you marry me? Because it was good then, because I had hope then, because things had a way of looking like it could look up. You know what I'm saying? You think I would do it now at the point I feel now if I felt this then when we did it? Come on now. Some things just common sense. We can't make no man or woman love us. But the best thing you can do, each person doing the relationship, is to be honest with yourself. Until you be honest with yourself. And this ain't got nothing to do with no outside other entity, no other woman, no other man. We're not even going to go there yet. I'm not talking about none of that. Maybe in my next video, part 2, we can get to that part because those things happen. And I think that's the most shittiest shit ever. It's the most disrespectful, disloyal, bitch-made shit a person could do, man or woman, to involve somebody else. You ain't happy with this man. You ain't happy with this woman. And instead of you just talking about it, trying to fix it, or you decide you don't want to, and you ain't got to, just move on then. And then get your new boo, your new man, your new wife. Be by yourself for a while. Get to know you. Heal. Don't just jump from pillar to post. You know what I'm saying? Get your life in order, your mindset, your heart. Stand on your business, no matter with a man, with a woman or not. But that's not what a lot of people do. They feel like they're not complete unless they got a man and woman. They got to go get, right back into another relationship when they ain't even healed from the last one. When they taking all that baggage from the last one to the next one. So I'll never make that mistake again. So be honest. Once you realize what it is and you're not happy in that marriage no more or that relationship and you no longer want to get married, you caught yourself before you did the damn thing, you got to tell that person. You got to tell them. It's only right. If you got any respect for them, loyalty is big. That's because you're not in love with that man or woman no more, that don't mean you can't be loyal on that level of respecting them, respecting yourself enough to know that you don't want to go through the rigmarole and the shenanigans and the drama. So to be that you can alleviate all that type of shit if you come real clean to this person. Now, once you do that, you respected them enough to tell them the truth. And if they don't get it and they want to act a fool, hey, you got to go to the next level. That's a whole nother video. You got to go to the next level because I'm not going out like Willie Lump Lump. You ain't going to make me feel some type of way because I don't want to do this and I don't want to be with you and I don't want to fix the marriage and I don't want to go to counseling and I don't want to bend over and bust wide open and I don't want to cook and clean. I'm not going to feel bad about that because I no longer feel that way. I'm human. I may change my mind. And then this ain't even about pointing the finger about, well, this is why, because in this case, in my marriage, because you did this and you didn't know, you ain't have to do none of that shit. Even though that's some things I could point out, but I ain't got to point it out. I was going to feel this way regardless because that's just where I'm at with it. You know what I'm saying? Well, all I've been through with the marriage, as well as losing my mom, losing my daughter, going through my own ups and downs and changes in mindset. So anyway, y'all, I'm gonna end this video. But y'all get in the comments. Tell me what y'all think about what I've been talking about so far. But I would like to do a part 2 and actually add on a part of why we can't just do it the right way. We know why we can't always stay in love with each other because we're human. And that is what it is. And things happen in the relationship, in the marriage, that makes one or both people in the doggone marriage not want to be together no more. It's always one as opposed to both. It works out great when it's both, but it's always that one person that's ready to move on, but the other one ain't for whatever reason. Ulterior motive, lying, better place to stay. I ain't got no money. I ain't got no income. I'm scared to be on my own. I got love for you, but I really ain't a man or woman enough to tell you that I'm not in love with you because I'm scared you're going to walk away and then I ain't going to have shit. And the person I've been thinking about trying to be with, what if they don't turn out to be what I really thought? Then I'm really going to look stupid. That's the part 2 of it that I'm talking about, that level. But please, 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 people, stop adding people in the mix. We got too much going on in the world to be adding people in the mix when you know you married. It's one thing to be dating people and you live by yourself and then you finally decide that you don't want to be with none of them, or you decide to settle down with this one and now you need to let all of them know. See, there's so many levels to this, y'all. So many levels. Anyway, get in the comments. Tell me what you think. Thought I'd talk about something a little different. But, of course, what Peach going through right now, it reminded me. So I just put that little bit in there. So just so y'all can kind of resonate with what I'm trying to say. Get in the comments, y'all. Talk to y'all later.